How are you today? Welcome to week 8, the final week. You've made it. Good job. This week in the text we're talking about innovation. It's chapter 11 in the Gupta and Starr book. So check out chapter 11. A few notes about that. It's quite an interesting chapter. It's all on innovation. And in fact, they provide a little bit of a definition, not a very good one, but what they say on page 14 is it's a process that's entirely new or adaptive. So when you think about innovation, you can look up other definitions. There's a lot of them out there. Think about new processes that address a problem, or maybe it's taking a current process and modifying it and making it newer to adapt to a new problem. That's another way to look at it. One of the things that the authors say that innovation is built on is this idea that there's competency. So there's competency in your workforce, that management, and I might add marketing, because they talk about marketing quite a bit, that marketing is receptive to it. I think the word they use is confidence. Yeah, there's a confidence in management, confidence in marketing, if you will, that those changes can be adapted, or that the innovation will be used properly. And then there's also this third thing, that there's an ability to adapt to the changing environment. Your organization has to be able to accept innovation. Your organization has to be able to say, yeah, we want to go with these changes that are in the marketplace, and we're willing to make some internal changes to do that. Innovation. As you read this final chapter, chapter 11 on innovation, I want you to think about a framework that I'm going to put in front of you here. In fact, the authors call it the 3 pillars. Okay. I grabbed this particular picture diagram from another book, and you can see the reference down there from Jacobs and Chase, that I often use to talk to people about, because I think it pretty clearly pulls it all together. It's called the triple bottom line. Again, same thing as the 3 pillars, and this is the framework that Gupta and Starr want you to look at innovation through. So any innovation has to satisfy 3 different criteria: that economic prosperity of the idea, in other words, will it contribute to the bottom line of the company? There's the environmental stewardship component or pillar that has to be satisfied. You know, what does this innovation do to support or not support the stewardship that we have by God to take care of our earth? And then the third pillar, or the third corner, if you will, on this triple bottom line diagram is one of social responsibility. You know, what are we doing to take care of our neighbor, whether it be across the street or in our city or in our country or across the world. So those 3 pillars have to be checked off, if you will, before any innovation can really move forward. And that, I would say, that's also in line, or excuse me, that's also the idea, or the innovation ideas have to be in line with what the company wants to do from a marketing perspective as well. So it's all got to work together. Now, the other thing that comes up in this chapter 11, on innovation is also one of failed innovation. And I had a little bit of fun with this one, looking at it and looking some things up and that sort of thing. So I'm going to share some of that with you. When you think of innovation failures, boy, okay, there are a lot of them out there, and I just picked a few of them to throw at you here. I remember, in fact, the book talks about New Coke. I remember New Coke coming out and how awful it was. It wasn't any fun to drink, and the company quickly got that message and made good on it and switched back to Coca-Cola Classic, which is where we're at today. I don't think New Coke hasn't been around in a couple decades now. What about the Pebble? The picture of the watches off to the side. Now listen, that was a good idea, but it wasn't right yet. It wasn't ready. We weren't ready for that sort of thing, and it was again a fail. The Motorola Roker, called the E1, it was an integration of your phone and music, and in fact they were using, I think they used iTunes software to do it. But anyways, it was too slow, clunky in terms of operating, and couldn't store enough songs to satisfy most people. Again, an epic failure. And the Sony Betamax. Listen, I remember when VHS and Betamax were going at it, and Betamax was so much better, but they just blew the marketing component of it. Now, Betamax, technology-wise, was great, but marketing wasn't able to make it work, and the VHS technology caught on, was less expensive. Boom, here you go. VHS was used for a couple of decades until DVDs, CDs, and that sort of thing came out. Anyways, just some examples of some epic failures in innovation where the company wasn't quite ready for it, the marketing wasn't ready for it, or the consumer wasn't ready for it. So when you think about innovation, make sure you're thinking about looking and reading this material. Make sure you're looking through this lens of the three pillars or the three bottom lines, and also make sure that the company that you're working with is ready to adopt some of these processes. We've talked a lot about a lot of things in this course. For example, lean manufacturing and all that goes with that. Your company may not be quite ready for that yet, but it is an innovation that you could adopt. Just as an example. So think about those things before you start go off and implementing a lot of things in this course. Make sure that your marketing is ready. Make sure that your company is ready. Make sure that management is, has some confidence in what you're going to do and what you want to do before you go off and implement a lot of these changes. Okay, I think a couple more things. Again, there's no paper due for this week, week 8, so you're off the hook there. That's good. Kind of a light week, actually, reading chapter 11 and doing some of the discussion questions, and that's about it. I'll have week 7 signature assignment papers graded by Tuesday night. I should have them done. That's my commitment to you anyway, so Tuesday night, maybe before. Listen, I really enjoyed connecting with all of you and getting to know you. And it's been a great experience, and looking forward to seeing you sometime in the future. And remember, if you don't remember anything else about me, just remember that this is so important to me that you do this, that you catch this. Remember, God is on his throne. Okay? He's always been there. He's always going to be there, and he's there for you. Have a great day.